Welcome back to another episode of your podcast, Red and Gold All Niners. Hoping you're having a fantastic day. Let's continue with this podcast. Now, in the process of analysis and thinking about the 49ers, something click and make me wonder what makes this team better. Now, not better in the league, but compared to other San Francisco 49ers teams, the version of the 49ers 2022, what makes them different with the previous years? Now, makes them different, that doesn't mean that they make them better. In the analysis, we are going to determine what then makes them different, but also if that different makes them better. Let's start from the coaching staff. Kyle Shanahan. We know this guy is a freaking genius regarding the offense. But it's the first time that his staff of coaches is completely depleted. No longer Mac McDaniels, no longer LeFleur's. So it's the first time in a long time that Kyle Shanahan doesn't have their guys, their friends, their team backing him up. And it doesn't make a change on the offense this year. Also, the play calling, it makes it different? Yes. It makes them better? So far, no. This is very important. The offense hasn't clicked this year. We've been having a lot of trouble scoring in the second half of each game. So far, no. They're different, yes. They're better? No. So far, let's see. We are in a young season. They can get better, they can get in rhythm, they can click and be, if not a super offense, it can be a very good offense. On the defense side of the ball, D'Amico Ryan's second year, amazing. They have the talent, they have the play calling. It makes them different this year. Seems like it makes them better. Absolutely. Number one defense in the league. Later, we are going to break a little bit more the defense side of the ball. Now, players on the offense. Let's start from obvious the quarterback, Jimmy G. It makes this version of Jimmy G different from previous years? Absolutely yes. Let me tell you why. Number one, Jimmy G doesn't have anything to lose this year. Okay? We know he's the backup. We know most likely he won't be with the 49ers next year. Now, something weird can happen, like this year, he came back as the backup. We don't know yet, but most likely he's not coming back. So, he needs to increase his value coming into the off season. He needs to put himself in a better position for next year go to a better team. He knows that this might be his last chance to get into a Super Bowl and to win a Super Bowl. It makes a difference from the previous years? Absolutely. There is no doubt in my mind that this needs to put a chip in your shoulder for this year, go out and compete to the highest level and win the Super Bowl. Makes a difference? Absolutely. Makes a better Jimmy G, a better version of Jimmy G this year? We might see. The first game that he came and start, it was terrible. The second game against the Rams, yeah, he managed the game. We won the game. But again, we know that it is like Russell Wilson with us. He's dialed with us, right? He knows how to win us. The same situation comes to Jimmy G when he's playing against the Rams. So we don't know. We need more to see from Jimmy G this season to determine if this different version of Jimmy G is better than previous years. Okay? Offensive line, steady, steady. That is how I put it. Trent Williams went down with a ankle injury. Comes the second stringer, which is Colton McKivitz, makes a decent uh, um, game. He gets injured. Comes the third tackle, Jalen Murray, and looks like it maintains steady the position. Interior, Banks, Brendel, and the combination of Brownskill and Spencer Buford, it looks like it's working. I mean, against the Rams, 0 sacks. Uh, Anytime, if you tell me that we are not going to have sacks in a game, I will take it. Absolutely. They're playing steady. Mike McGlinchey is being steady this season. Okay, in previous seasons, he got very criticized not only by his performance in the game, but also in his comments. This year, he seems that he learned and he's been steady and quiet. So, the offensive line is doing their job. They're being steady. They're keeping their heads up and keep bowling. It that makes difference with previous offensive lines. Is it make them different? Yes. Number one, experience. We don't have much experience in our offensive line. So it makes them better to be different. We will see. Trent Williams needs to come back, and immediately we know that our offensive line is going to get better. So, is it better this version of the offensive line? We will see. I cannot determine right now if it's better or not. What I can say it is that it's different from previous years. Mostly all the offensive line, except for Trent Williams, they are new starters. So we need to see more from them. Wide receivers, are they different? Yes and no. Let me explain a little bit more. Yes, why? Brandon Ayuk, 1 more year. Jennings, 1 more years. We have Danny Gray this offseason. We signed Ray McLeod. It puts a signature not only in the offense, Ray McLeod, but also in the special teams. So it makes them different from previous years. Debo Samuel, obviously, I do believe so. I do believe so that they are a little bit more mature. They grown. They're getting better. Juke Jennings, they're getting better. We know what we have in Debo Samuel. Is that makes them better this year? I think so. I think that we have a better wide receiver group, better than previous years. Even if it hasn't changed a lot, but I do believe that they are better. Tight ends. Oh man, this is a hard one. We have George Kittle, Ross Dwelly, Charlie Warner, and Tyler Croft. Oh man, I know. I put a video uh, on my takeaway why Kittle, his production has dropped so much. And my theory it is that his assignment had changed. From being one of the primary weapons, he's more dedicated to help the offensive line to keep steady, right? That is my theory. You can see play after play how he's put on the weakest side of the offensive line and help the the offensive line. So that I do believe that it makes them steady. Probably not drop the value of George Kittle. Nonetheless, you're paying millions for him to be an extra blocker. So If we need more from him, absolutely. Ross Dwelly, Charlie Warner, we know that they're steady, that they are not flashy players. Ross Dwelly, amazing pass catcher. Charlie Warner, it is more of a specialist on the blocking tight end. Solid group makes them different. I don't think so. I don't think that they are different. They're still very good. It makes them better. Probably no. But I mean, there is no complaint there. We still solid. And having George Kittle, that you know that you can go and if you need him, he will be there. He will perform to the highest level. So I'm not worried. I think that we are going to be okay in that department. Running backs. Oh, another tough one. So you got Elijah Mitchell, which I do believe that he's a great running back. Last season, he proves it, goes as a rookie and breaks the record of rushing yards for a rookie in the 49ers. So, amazing player. You go and get Ty Davis Price in the third round. Besides, you already had Trey Sermon from previous draft, also a third rounder. So you got Jordan Mason. So you have all this mix in Jamichael Hasty. You let go Jamichael Hasty, Trey Sermon. So you have now Jeff Wilson. You have Ty Davis Price. You have Jordan Mason. And Elijah Mitchell gets injured. And I do believe that that makes a lot of difference. And if you ask me if this running backs group is different from previous years, absolutely. Is it better? I don't think that they are better. Now, like I'm saying, we're still in a very young season, but I don't think that this group of running backs is better. Even if Elijah Mitchell was banged up for most of the year last year, he was there. He was coming out and coming in. And he missed a couple of games, but now that he's been out for longer, we've been suffering in the running backs. Jeff Wilson Jr., we know that he's stable. He will provide us with the runs, with the yards, game after game. But it's been only one. We know Debo Samuel, you can put it there a couple of plays in like he create this new position of wide back, but they're different. They're different. Are they better? No, I don't think that they are better. Now Elijah Mitchell is going to come back. Davis Price is going to come back. At that moment, are they going to be better than previous years? I don't have any doubt. Of course that they are going to be better. For a running back in his second year, Elijah Mitchell, what we saw, he might be even better this year. So, absolutely, I have no doubt in my mind that they're going to be better. So far, no. Fullback, um, Kyle Juszczyk. I mean, is it different? No. Is it better? Probably yes. I mean, this guy is better every single year. So there you go. That is the assessment of the offense. Let's pass to the defense side. Is this different from previous versions of the 49ers? Yes. Big fat yes. It makes them better? Yes. And yes, 10 times better. And why might be that? Number one, coach D'Amico Ryans is in his second year as a defensive coordinator. Obviously, you are gaining more experience. You are building that confidence year after year. It makes him better. Absolutely, I have no doubt in my mind. Uh, even sorry, it's the third year of the Mickey Ryans or second. You get the point. It's coming after a very good season to another one, and now they are elite, is the best defense in the NFL. Play calling, absolutely outstanding. The job that the coach group is doing. Now the talent, and here I do believe that is the biggest difference in this defensive group than previous years. Number one, the mature. They are more mature. Nick Bosa is better. Um, Talanoa Hufanga is better. We have different. All the secondary basically is different. Um, you have players that they were brought here to the 49ers. You name it. Charles Omenihu, Hassan Richward, Kevin Givens, you name it, that they know that they need to prove they were low draft picks or free agents, undrafted rookies, that they need to prove they have that chip in their shoulder and they're playing lights out. Evocam, he's been great. I mean, then you go back to the secondary. Like I say, I put it in a special podcast talking about the secondary. This is the best secondary that I've seen from the 49ers in recent years. No doubt. It then makes them different. Absolutely. That makes them better. Absolutely. This defensive line is different. Yes, I do believe that it's different. There is something else. There is this mentality. There is this dog in this defensive line that makes them different. It makes them better. Yes, they makes them better. Linebackers, even if Aziz Al-Chair went down with the injury, I mean, Grillo is being a monster this season. We know that Fred Warner will be there. He's a pro, all pro, and a Pro Bowl linebacker. He will be there. But Greenlow, Talanoa Hufanga, Bosa, I mean, probably they can. Which one would you pick? Which is being the best defensive player so far for this defense? And you can pick 20 guys. It's been all over the talent in our defense. It is outstanding. So yes, mentality is different. It seems like Demico Ryans is good, good. I mean, good, good. They feel a little bit more mature. They feel a little bit more engaged in every single game. The motor of the defense, it is unique. So this defense is different from previous versions of 49ers. Yes, it makes them better. Absolutely. There is no doubt in my mind that this defense is even better. Like I'm saying, this is a young season. We will see how they will perform when they get tested against better teams, Kansas City, Tampa Bay. So the biggest tests, they're coming ahead. So we will know if this mentality, mature play calling, everything will translate in a better games this season. But so far, this team overall is different from previous years. There's no doubt. It makes them better. I think that if we keep a score, the better wins. Hoping that this is the year of the Super Bowl. Thank you very much. Comment down below what you think, what makes this team different. If I miss some point, please let me know. See you in the next one.